भगवान की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, माता जी
Hare
की जय,
Krishna.
की जय.
Welcome all the devotees to the morning Amrut Vani program. Transcendental words of wisdom by His Grace Rupavilas Prabhu. Today's Mahamantra will be read by Rameshwar Naik Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Rameshwar Prabhu, you can kindly start reading.
To get freedom from the death, one should invite Yamraja to Kirtana of the holy name, Saunak Rishi to Suta Goswami. O Suta Goswami, there are those among us men who desire freedom from death and get eternal life. They escape the slaughtering process by calling the controller of death Yamaraja. The living entity, as he develops from animal life to a higher human being and gradually to higher intelligence, becomes anxious to get free from the clutches of death. Modern scientists try to avoid death by physiochemical advancement of knowledge, but alas, the controller of death, Yamraja, is so cruel that he does not spare even the very life of the scientist himself. The scientist who puts forward the theory of stopping death by the advancement of scientific knowledge becomes himself the victim of death when he is called by Yamraja. What to speak of stopping death? No one can enhance the short period of life even by a fraction of moment. The only hope of suspending the cruel slaughtering process of Yamraja is to call him to hear and chant the holy name of the Lord. Yamraja is great devotee of the Lord, and he likes to be invited to Kirtana and sacrifices by pure devotees who are constantly engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. Thus, great sages headed by Shaunaka and others invited Yamaraja to attend the sacrifice performed at Namisharanya. This was a good for those who did not want to die. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.16.70.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. श्री श्री राधरास बिहारी भगवान की जय, श्री श्री ललिता विशाखा माता की जय, गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, गौरांग निताय महाप्रभु की जय, हिज होलीनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय, अमृत वाणी प्रोग्राम की जय. So, in the story of Ajamila, when the Yamdutas were not able to take Ajamila back, the entire Yamdutas were in shock, and they went to Yamraj about what had happened in the history of Yamaloka for the first time. Never such a case had happened when the Yamadutas came back empty-handed. And there, then a special class was taken by Yamraj for the Yamdutas. And special instructions were given. Never go near to a devotee of Lord. Wherever the Kirtan is going on, wherever the Hari Katha is going on, these types of people do not come under our purview. So never go nearby them. Lord personally will take care where they have to be sent and how they have to be punished or whatever it may be, but they do not come under our purview. So it is said that the rising sun and the setting sun actually takes away one day of your life. It reduces your life. This was what said by Yamraj to them. But those who are engaged in Hari Kirtan, Hari Seva, the rising of the sun and the setting of the sun has no effect on their life. Because they ultimately, at the end of the life, they will go to the eternal life. That happens to those material people who have never taken shelter of the holy name of the Lord. And ultimately, they have to go into the womb of a mother, whichever womb, from the 84 lakh species. But those who have taken the shelter of the holy name, those who have taken the shelter of Guru Parampara, they will never have to take birth again. They will go back to the eternal life. And that is what Yamraj instructed. It is said, whenever Hari Kirtan is going on, all the Devatas, Ramji, Ram Katha is going on, Hanumanji is always there. So, whenever this Harinam, Hari Kirtan, Katha Kirtan is going on, all the Devatas, all the positive energies are there. And they are the Shakshi of what is going on. There are 10 types of Shakshis which are mentioned by Yamraj to the Yamdut. And all these Devatas, Dishas, earth, water, fire, air, ether, they all become the Shakshis. The Lord himself is a Shakshi in the form of a Paramatma. So, how much we engaged in akarma, how much we engaged in serving the words of the Guru, how much we sincerely chant the holy name, that much, we are going step by step forward to Goloka, step by step forward to eternal life, where Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Adi Devik Adi Bhautik Adhyatmik Tap is not there. We are proceeding towards Goloka, we are proceeding towards Vaikunta, where there is no anxiety. And that's why if it is said, an example is there, if you are in a US embassy, the Indian law doesn't apply. So similarly, the temples are called as embassies, spiritual embassies, where our karma reaction do not apply. It is when we leave doing akarma and start doing karma, then our reaction comes and hits us. That's why we have to make our life such a way that Krishna is the center. Yat karoshi yadashnashi yad dhushi dadashi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat urushva madarpan. Krishna clearly says in the 9th chapter. We have to make our life in such a way that Krishna is in the center. So ultimately, by the end of the life, all our karmas are destroyed and we go back to the spiritual world. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Morning chanting program